Hi, and welcome to British Dad Reacts. My name is John, and thank you for watching. This band song probably need no introduction. In the early 80s through the 80s, they were everywhere and real pioneers of that sort of new romantic scene. This is Church of the Poison Mind by Culture Club, led by Boy George as the main vocals, and the backing vocals by a lady by the name of Helen Terry. It's a great track of theirs, and it's from the second album, Colour by Numbers, which was probably bigger than their first album. That sort of broke them onto the scene. And they were international superstars. And that kind of, mix of the band in terms of the look and the backgrounds, the androgynous look that Boy George launched onto the scene, emulating some of his kind of glam rock type heroes of David Bowie, Marc, Bolan. This really was kind of something new. This is a great song. There's a really kind of smooth bass line in it. There's a nice kind of up-tempo beat that you kind of want to dance and move to. And it's kind of, it's quite poppy, but it's got so many other elements in there. There's almost, I think, a sort of a variation on a kind of Motown-y type sound, really, in some ways. And Boy George's voice is quite soulful, really. The backing harmonies and vocals by Helen Terry, though, are just fantastic. This band had so many hits through the 80s. It was amazing. And there's lots to say about this band, I think, in some ways. And the name kind of Culture Club implies that kind of mixture of cultures. And if you think of them, there was the kind of the guitarist, main rhythm guitarist was a kind of blonde English man. The drummer was Jewish. There was a black bass guitarist. And Boy George, who most people really seem to use as representative of Culture Club, came from a sort of Irish working class Catholic family, brought up in London. This to me is one of the great songs, I think, of theirs, because I don't know, there's a lot of interpretation of the lyrics because it's got the word church in. And I think it's easy to try and over-explain what that means. And I think depending on what you bring, your kind of cognitive bias will lead you down a particular meaning. A lot of the lyrics by Boy George in those early days were about his love affairs and feelings for other people. And I think that's possibly the best way to think of this song, rather than try to overanalyze it. It's very interesting, though, in excuse me, in 1984, Bob Dylan was asked if he belonged to any church. And he jokingly said that he had adhered to the Church of the Poisoned Mind, whatever that means for him. Now, Culture Club were often very seen as a kind of like, pop band, and could they really play and so forth. And obviously on top of the Pops, where this video was taken, they were miming. But in terms of their cultural impact, I want to show you part of this song from a gig they played in London in November I think it was November in 1983. And it's a live version. And just to see the crowd, this band were adored, absolutely adored. And the number of lookalikes of Boy George that you would see is just amazing. You can really hear that bass line in this version. Boy George was a good singer. There's no question about that. And he had quite a kind of pure voice in many ways. Nice sort of tone to it. And in some of the songs that Culture Club did, almost a melancholy tone in some ways. Whatever it was, they were a great band. They were emblematic of that new romantic scene that kind of came out of the very late 90s and in through the early 80s. And, he was famed for attending some of the famous London nightclubs like the Blitz and hanging around with the other sort of new romantic types. It's still a great song. And Culture Club were a great band. They broke up, they reformed. They did tour, I think, in the US as late as 2023. And Boy George is still popular on TV. He does DJ sets and various things like that. A great song. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching.